Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Spectrum Drama, where we take a look at the hottest posts on Spectrum for the week and give our opinions on them. So don't forget that we still have our competition running for the entirety of the month of November, and this will literally be the last chance to get your comments in. Your comments need to be in on the Saturday when this video comes out, so make sure you get commenting. Make sure that you append your comment with parentheses GA, so we know you want to be included in the giveaway. And good luck to everyone, and thanks to everyone who's watched our CitizenCon videos. We really enjoyed making those. We really enjoyed CitizenCon, and if you've got friends who haven't seen it, make sure you send it to them. Send them a link, and that's it. So let's get started. Okay, so first up we've got a post from our very own Jag Hiroshi, and it says, "That snowstorm was jaw-dropping. If there's one thing that made me glad to have attended CitizenCon, it was the absolutely mental snowstorm." So I hope by now everyone's seen this video, but the weather effects at CitizenCon were just incredible. All the particle effects and all the slush that kind of goes up around vehicles and stuff are just mind-blowing. And his point is that how amazing it felt when that character kind of got into that enclosed environment of the rover. You know, you could feel it as much as probably he could. They did just such an amazing job, and I cannot agree more. I mean, how we were still on a high. Do you remember after CitizenCon, we're sitting there just about to record our video, and we're like still on a high from watching that. It's just unreal. Yeah,
the weather effects that got shown at CitizenCon were actually really good. It's a solid first attempt for their real-time weather effect stuff. I cannot wait to see this actually on planets and being afraid of being outside. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and what you said there, essentially the first run at it, it's just ridiculously good. And yeah, you imagine that when you go down onto like a hot planet and you've got that kind of opposite effect where you start to get weakened, and I'm assuming they're going to put all that kind of stuff in. It's just, yeah, it's limitless kind of what they can do, and it's just absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing.
Very interested to see what kind of strange weather we get on planets. You know, alien weather. That's going to be really amazing. There seems to be a bit of sort of you know, grumbling in the comments of this post, where people who are saying that the guy would have died within seconds because it was so cold. And yeah, I get it. I completely, yeah, he probably would have died within seconds. But you know, this is just a first crack at it. I'm sure those temperatures and the numbers weren't locked in. They're going to change those to make it a bit more realistic. But I kind of do hope that they go a bit drastic in some places where the temperature is that low and you can die within seconds if you don't have the right gear on. That would make it so much more meaningful.
Yeah, and terrifying. I mean, you imagine, you know, you're, I don't know, exploring some rogue planet that's got, like a -120 temperature, and your rover breaks down. Then you can't just get out and run to cover. You know, you're going to have to get help, and it's just, it will add so much to this game, that kind of fear of the elements. And we had a few comments actually on the CitizenCon post, which was about this kind of situation. You know, how the realism of having these weather effects is actually going to affect the fun aspects of the game. And I mean, they were going on to things like, you know, the food and drink and needing to have a poo, that kind of stuff. But I just think that this will basically take a game that has some awesome capabilities and make it so much more involved. Do you know what I mean? You have to think about every move you make. I can't wait for that. I absolutely can't wait.
Yeah, it's one point to remember that they're going for kind of survival light gameplay, so that we won't have to go for a poo or go and eat every 5 seconds. But also that's gonna be, you know, involving the weather effects as well. So while people are saying that he would have died within seconds, you've got to remember that this is a game and it's going to be survival light. So although in reality he would have died within seconds, in the game, give him a bit of leeway. You know, they probably don't want to go too like deadly on every single planet. So Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they implement it and how it progresses.
Cool, so next up we've got a post from Vele, I don't know. Please go back to the Carrack model from 10 months ago. The long and short of this is basically there are people out there who do not like the new version of the Carrack. They liked the original concept of the Carrack, basically. They're saying that, you know, engines are too small and wings are too short or long, or basically you can't please everyone. But I think it's consensus of Crying Cow that we like the new Carrack. You like the new Carrack, right?
I much prefer the new Carrack. Anyone who wants the design to go back to the concept drawing can basically fuck off.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, just fuck right off.
Fuck right off.
You leave it alone. Yeah, I was never a big fan of the Carrack. The concept was cool and it was alright. I looked at it and thought, yeah, it's a ship. But then when I saw that thing roar up at CitizenCon and actually fly around, the more I watched it, the more I really did quite like the look of that ship. So yeah, don't you go changing it.
Yeah, I really do prefer it. Comparing the two photos, the original concept, the landing gear looks a bit lanky.
Yeah,
it looks a bit squished as well. I'm not sure how they even imagined to get all of the interior inside that ship in the concept drawing, but that was never going to happen.
No.
I like it. I really like it. I don't understand people's utter disgust of this new version. I mean, they wanted the Carrack and now they've got it. So what's the problem?
It does make me laugh how intense people's hatred is in Spectrum as well. Like, you know, it's not like, oh, I'd much preferred the other one. It's like, I don't want that piece of shit. You get rid of that and you remake it the way I wanted it. You're like, come on, just it's a cool ship.
It's a cool ship. Doesn't, you know, if it's tall and lanky or short and fat. Either way, it's still a really cool ship that can do just about anything you want in the verse. So
damn right.
Yeah, you got what you wanted. Just maybe not as, I don't know. It's subjective, isn't it? Really, it's the beauty is in the eye of the beholder and all that. Yeah, fair enough. I suppose if they really like that original concept, then okay. But that's not what we've got.
Nope. What we've got is a pretty damn awesome ship, and I think that let's face it, the majority of people are happy with it. So yeah, I think it stays. Okay, so next up we've got a post from Indignia, and it says, Tony Z is God. Thank you, man. You're the reason I have faith in this game. And if you don't know who Tony Z is, he ran the panel on the economy of Star Citizen, essentially, which was a weird sort of sleeper hit. I think most people probably didn't expect that panel to do that well, and I was confused why it was so high up on the list. But man, he smashed it. He did such a good job with that whole system and just explaining it and carrying a room. You know, the dude is a legend.
Yeah, it was kind of natural sitting up there just saying, no, I'm just going to take as long as I want because I've been doing this for 3 years and I want to show it off. So, you know, sit down, wait for me to finish, and then you can have your keynote at the end. So for anyone that hasn't seen this, I don't think the video's out for this yet, although I'm sure a few other YouTubers might have recorded it off of Twitch or something and put it up. I'm not sure. But he basically showed a tool that they have to simulate the economy in the game, and it went from sort of generating NPCs that would mine materials, then refine it, then produce goods, and then sell them on the market. And it got quite intricate, and they were messing around with it, and then they introduced NPC pirates, and that started causing some problems. And then NPC police started turning up to take out the pirates, and it was all very, very impressive. It was a bit confusing because we walked in halfway through, but once we got the gist of what was going on, it was just amazing, and I can't wait until this is actually implemented into the game and we actually start seeing some NPC economy happening.
Yeah, I mean it's so clever, and And the fact that, yeah, like you said, it's all done on the fly as well. So the economy kind of grows itself, and all they need to do is feed it in little bits of information every now and then. And if something appears to be on the up, let's say for some reason Laranite, which was their favourite thing to talk about, and Jared loved it. Yeah. Let's just say Laranite suddenly skyrockets, and there shouldn't be a reason for that, or it's not natural for that to happen. They can actually implement little kind of like other factors that will bring that cost back down. It's just vastly clever. And yeah, watching all the little dots fly around and sort of seeing all the quanta, I think they were called. He called them quanta, move around. Yeah, quanta. It's a bit confusing, but yeah, it's just really clever. And I was so surprised when we got to the end of that, and I was almost standing ovation in it, because it was a brilliant panel.
Yeah.
Cool. So next up, we've got a post from Elijah, and it says no initial ship release for 3.8. No, this is not a rant post, but I'd just like to point out that for the first time of this year, I think, CIG will not deliver a single ship from the original roadmap. So basically, the long and short of this is that all of the ships that were kind of on the roadmap are not going to be coming out.
3.8
and for 3.8, and there's a little kind of list here that shows kind of what's happened over the past few patches. 3.6, the 890 failed to be delivered, and same with the Defender, but they released the Anvil Ballista. And in 3.7, the Cutlass Red was delayed, but we got the RSI Mantis. So it seems to be a little bit of a trend now. But let's face it, I mean, they had CitizenCon coming up. They've got all these kind of things to complete. And the last thing we want is them to put out a really buggy ship. So, yeah, straight to flyable is kind of the swear word at the moment, because they keep bringing out all these new ships. But I mean, would you rather wait and have a proper ship, or would you rather I got my Cutlass Red and then we both died in the middle of space because the engines fell off?
I'd rather wait for it to be complete, thanks. But yeah, I mean, he's got a point. The 3 ships that were on the roadmap to be coming out 3.8 are delayed, but we are getting the Mole straight to flyable in 3.8, and maybe another one. There's rumours of a Crusader ship possibly getting revealed soon. That might also be a straight to flyable. So it is kind of wonky that we're getting straight to flyable ships. Or it's perceived like we're getting them on time, but because they're straight to flyable, we don't know how long they've been developing this ship. So it could have been delayed 2 months, 2 patches already. We just don't know. There's always that argument of CIG should release the ships that people have paid money for, but yeah, as we've said before, they need to pay the bills. So they're going to keep doing these straight to flyable ships as well. It's always going to be a difficult one. I sympathise with the people that have invested large amounts of money in big ships and they're still waiting. I really do. Yeah. But I mean, it's the CIG reality at the moment.
Yeah, I think you're in that kind of awkward phase where, they, like you say, they need to keep making money. It's a quick way to make money as well, to put a straight to flyable. They've seen what happens is when they go, look at this ship and it's available now, everyone just throws money at them. It doesn't even matter what the ship is, look at the Pisces.
Yeah.
Everyone bought a Pisces. Even people are like, don't really understand it, but I bought 5. So it's kind of, it is what it is. But it is a shame, to not get them on time. I mean, it's not like we're not going to get them. Well, he says, we'll see. They're just delayed, so you've got the Cutlass Red is going to be January at some point. The Carrack is going to be February at some point. What was the Prowler?
The Prowler
is basically, I don't think that is actually coming at all, is it?
March,
in that month,
apparently. But March is touching on 3.9, so that might just get bumped back to 3.9 now.
Probably.
The Carrack, I can understand, because it's a big ship, and they want to do that justice, because everyone loves it. The Prowler I can understand because it's a brand new race that we've never seen before, and the first initial ship of a race always takes longer than what we hope. So if anyone actually expected the Prowler to come out in 3.8, I think they were a little bit deluded. I never thought it was going to come out then. The Cutty Red is a strange one. I don't understand how that gets delayed, really. They've got the base hull already. All they've got to do is take out some of the main compartment and put some med beds in it.
And paint it.
I don't really get why that's getting delayed so much. I mean, and this has been delayed like 6 months now in total. 6 or 9 months now. I don't really get it unless they're having problems with metrics for the gameplay of the med bays. I don't know. Really don't understand that one.
Yeah, because I mean we've already got the med bay in the 890 jump.
Yep.
So med bays are there. They're a thing. So it's weird. Is trying to figure out what happens in CIG's minds when it comes to these ships. It's like it's like reading tea leaves. And I apologise if you think you can read tea leaves, but it is a shame because I'm very excited for the red. I mean, I haven't waited half as long as some people because, like you said, it's been delayed about 6 months, but I only bought it say 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah.
God, how long's it been? Yeah, so not quite as long, but I mean, things like the Prowler, like you said, I mean, that's like a whole new style guide. They've got to like get everything kind of from scratch, so that was never coming out in 3.8 3.8. So I think people need to chill now. I think we've gotten to that point now where we're 7 years in, coming up for 8 years in, and people really do need to learn to just go people get really angry still. I mean, these people are going to have a coronary, so let's just let them do their thing, and then when the ship comes out we'll all have a big party on it. Okay, so last up we've got a post from Sun, and it says, collecting 1,000 signatures so that Jared, Disco Lando, Huckabee can run for Imperator. And basically, the very, very briefly, the lore on this is essentially we're coming up to basically the time for a new Imperator to run things, as they say, and everyone. I mean, look at that picture. Everyone wants to see that face mocapped and in the game telling us what to do. Come on, that'd be amazing.
That would actually be really cool. There was talk about this quite recently, I think, about the in-game lore, because the UEE is up. The UEE leader position is up for election, and putting Disco in, I could get behind that.
Yeah, definitely. He's got the charisma, he's got the face. He's not like the most handsome man in the world, but he's symmetrical. It's good enough. And he's just got that charm about him. Even when he's being a douchebag, you still like him. It's mad. And that's the kind of person you want running your UEE, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it might be a bit immersion breaking if he's in there, but I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would think it'd be a good little tribute to someone that's been a vital part of CIG's connection with the community. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, it's funny as well because he occasionally gets a bit of hate for his dad jokes and all that stuff, but let's face it, he makes CitizenCon, when you're waiting around for stuff to happen, he genuinely just keeps everyone entertained, and that's what they pay him for. He's brilliant at his job. So if you want a charming douchebag for the next Imperator, I don't mean it, obviously, then yeah, definitely vote Disco Lando, my friends.
Yeah. So you even mentioned the CitizenCon where he was doing fill-in parts when they were setting up for the keynote at the end, but he did the whole event while suffering from bronchitis, I believe, and he was like swigging bottles of cough mixture as well the whole day. So my hat is off to you, Disco. Good job.
Yeah, he's a consummate professional. Okay, so there you have it, folks. That's all the posts for this week. We hope you liked them. We hope you found them amusing or informative. If you did like them, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Star Citizen content. And don't forget to get commenting today only for your chance to win that awesome arrow with LTI. And just a little side note, you guys may remember that we covered a post a few weeks ago for Lonestar, who was part of the Planet Express crew, who sadly passed away. And there was talk of their ceremony for him on an 890 jump, and we were amazed that the server stayed up and, you know, that they managed to get through it. They've actually posted a video, so you'll see the link in the description below. So I definitely recommend you go check it out. It's very emotional, but it is an absolutely amazing ceremony, and they did a really good job for Lonestar's send-off. So yeah, well done guys, and that's it for today. So thanks very much everyone for watching, and we will see you again next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.